Hey everyone and welcome to this video. Today I want to talk to you about intention. So we're going to cover a couple of things. What is intention? Why is it important? Inner intention, outer intention, creating your intention, examples of intention, your heart versus your mind, as well as coordinating intention. So intention and action. What is intention? So by the way, intention action was the last part we're going to cover. It was on a separate slide. Anyway, what is intention? Intention is basically referred to as the determination to have and act. So the simplest example of this, to explain this, because it might be a little bit abstract, is for you to raise your hand. So imagine that you raise your hand. What happens, what precedes this event, is you think about raising your hand. Then there's also the action, so you actually raising your hand. But what is the thing that happens in between? That is intention. It's the force that is the transmutation or the connection between the thought and the action. So for example, raising your hand. The thought is you want to raise your hand. The action is you actually do it. But intention is the decision to have an act. So it's the decision to raise your hand as well as doing it. Does it make sense? There's also working out. There's creating something. There's writing something. It's really intention is the force that ruins the world. So when you're actually working out, the thing that moves you to doing a repetition is the determination to have an act. Creating something, when you actually decide to create something, then there's the thought of creating something and the action of actually doing it, and the transmutation or the connection between the thought and the action is intention. So intention creates your reality. You're constantly kind of manifesting or acting upon your true intention. So it's interesting, right now your intention depends on whether you're conscious of it or not, is to perhaps learn something from this video. It's perhaps to entertain yourself. It's perhaps to just explore if you're curious. It can be a whole number of things, but your intention always manifests in reality. Now there's a difference between desire and intention. Desire is when you want something, when you hope to get something, but you don't actually take action. So it's like a desire. I want a house, a body, a business, money, relationship, pleasure. And an intention is the actual action towards your desire. So it's actually working on your health. It's actually working on your business. It's actually building relationships. It's actually creating something, There's two types of intention. There's inner intention. This is the intention that is referred to as well as willpower. So using your mind to make things happen. It is the will to act. It's very limited according to Transurfing. So you can only pretty much achieve small results when it comes to inner intention. It calls this in the current frame. So like in the current reality that you live in, if you just were to use inner intention, in other words, if you just were to use your own willpower to achieve results, you will only get so far. So I'm going to talk about a different type of intention in a second. But it's basically useful for performing actions in reality. So to raise your hand, to write something down, to drink some water, to type something on your computer, that's the inner intention. It's like the front brain, how do you call it, like frontal lobe cortex, neocortex actions that you take with your brain. Then there's also outer intention. I hope that makes sense. Like inner intention is like your intention, inner, your own intention that you basically, as an individual, that you initiate. Then there's outer intention. And this is activated when there's heart and mind unity. So you have a heart and you have a mind. A heart is basically your soul. It's basically your feelings. It's basically your gut instinct. It's basically the thing that is capable of capable of feeling. And the mind is capable of thinking. The mind is capable of reasoning, rationalizing, analyzing, and projecting out into the future, etc. And when these two things are aligned, so when you think and feel about something in the same way, is when you actually activate this outer intention. And this is an independent realization of your goal. So think about goals, raising your hand, writing something down, drinking water. These are also goals. These are intentions when you act on them, but these are also goals. But what happens with outer intention is that there's an independent realization of your goals. So the realization of your goals, in other words, the achievements of your goals, happens independently of yourself. So it happens without your involvement, detached from you, independent from you. And it's a very, very powerful force. It can achieve much more than inner intention could. It's also called cosmic intention. So the intention of the universe is how I refer to it. Also magic and synchronicity are terms that people use for outer intention. Although I don't necessarily agree with synchronicity, but it's like the realization of your goal apart from you, detached from you, as if it was happening by the universe. So creating your intention, writing out your intention. We're going to be doing this later in the video as well, but an intention is something you can also write down to clarify it. So we are constantly acting on intentions. Right now, for example, you're still watching this video, perhaps you're checking your phone, hopefully not, perhaps you're writing down some notes. Then your intention is to actually learn something from this video, and you're putting action behind it. But yeah, writing out your intention clarifies it and makes it easier for you to actually achieve it, especially if it's a bigger intention. So you can just choose a goal right now. It doesn't matter too much whether it's super big or not. I recommend that your goal is actually a little bit on the bigger side. Because why not? It's if you can aim high, then go for it. Write out the actions that you take in accordance with your intention. So intention is mainly focused on the actions. So if it is building a business, it could be creating or reaching out to customers, doing outreach, building a product, serving customers. With health, it could be working out, it could be eating clean, it could be exercising, it could be sleeping properly, it could be with relationships, it could be talking to new people, going on dates, it could be going to events, all of these things. And you want to keep your attention in mind that the clearer you can get on it, the more you can repeat it, the easier it's going to manifest. So heart versus mind. As I talked about a little bit before, the heart is the feelings, the inner knowing, the subconscious. The mind is the thoughts, the reasoning, the conscious. That's the distinction. Subconscious, conscious. Feelings, thoughts. And there's also an intention with the heart and the mind. So the heart has a pure intention. Basically meaning a true intention, something that your soul truly desires, that your soul truly wants to achieve and act on. So think about people that have the intention to build a business. If you in your heart really feel that you are an entrepreneurial type of person, or perhaps you really enjoy football, or you really enjoy a specific type of music, you really enjoy cycling, you really enjoy walking. These activities, if you truly enjoy them, are coming from a pure intention. But if you don't truly enjoy them, then it's possibly going to be a false intention, aka an intention from your mind. And in that case, like it won't necessarily fulfill you, because a pure intention, like for example football, like for example writing, if it's something you truly feel that is something unique to you, that you are truly passionate about, and I keep repeating the word truly so you understand that's like the key distinction, truly, then you know the intention came from your heart. But if the intention is false, in other words, if the intention is not pure, it's not truly what you want, you're doing it because you have to or because you have to force yourself to, then it is a false intention. You can see this in like studies, for example, where people have to do work that they don't really like enjoy. So they have to act on false intentions. You see what I mean? And the unity of heart and mind is what activates this outer intention, this independent realization of your goals. Coordinating intention. So everything is going as it should is one of my favorite lines from Reality Transurfing that basically refers to coordinating the intention of reality. So this is slightly different, but when things go wrong, especially when things are going not so much the way you expected them to go, or when things are like you get like a disappointment or some negativity, some unfortunate event, then what happens is you're possibly going to react negatively, respond with like anger or dissatisfaction or hatred. But how you can actually navigate this situation, and this is like coordinating intention, is you coordinate your intention as if everything is going as it should. So you focus your thoughts, your actions, your attitude is the main thing, on everything is going as it should. And then because thoughts create your reality, everything is energy, very powerful principles, it is going to align itself much more. You're going to stay in a positive state and much more likely to actually do the right thing and act properly. So really problems in this case dissipate by themselves because you have a clear intention for reality. Does it make sense? You're kind of setting an intention for reality in this case. You're intending that everything is going as it should. And this is going to independently realize itself. So if you really feel like everything is going as it should, and you think like everything is going as it should, independently of you, your reality is going to represent that everything is going as it should. And this really works. It's really profound. So yeah, it's really a method for navigating disappointment, dissatisfaction, anger, anxiety, and also fear. So thought forms. Goals can be visualized using thought forms. So these are things that you write down, basically a written declaration of your intention that you can repeat to yourself with feeling is the main thing. And people like Neville Goddard talk about this. Feeling is the secret. Like manifestation teachings talks about this in length at great depth, that the feeling is really what powers the affirmations, what powers the intentions. The heart, if you remember, the heart is what powers this. So if you want to write down your intention, use it with your own words, keep it short, concise, and simple. Just going to give you some examples. I live in a penthouse. I live a life of luxury and abundance. Everything is available to me. Money comes easily and effortlessly to me. Life is easy and fun. Thank you, power. So a couple of points to break down. Very short language, so sentences are like 3 to 4 words max. Very simple language, there's nothing complicated here. As well as finally you see thank you, power. And also you see like abundant language, so everything is available to me. Money comes easily and effortlessly to me. And then finally you see thank you, power. This is basically the activating the energy of gratitude, which is a very important thing as well. What you put out is what you get back. So if you put out gratitude, you receive back good energy in the form of, in any form, basically. So you can say, and the power is like reality transurfing calls this the thing that realizes your outer intention. So independently, your goal is realized, remember? And the thing that independently realizes it is power. That's what it's referred to as power. Then intention and action. So action precedes intent. What I said before is like, you think about raising your hand, you have the thought, and then the action of actually doing it is what achieves your intention, is what realizes your intention. So first, choose your intention, then act with this intention in mind. And that's how it's manifested in reality. So you choose to be healthy. Then you act and you drink water because you want to be healthy. That's how these things manifest. An example with wealth is if your intention is to build wealth, then you want to act to build wealth. So let's say you put an intention out of making $10,000 per month. Then if you just have that desire and you don't do anything, it doesn't manifest. So that's just how it stays a goal. It doesn't come true, like a dream that doesn't come true. But if you act on this goal, so you start reaching out to clients, you start building a product, you start marketing your service or your product, that's when you're actually going to realize your intention, because you're acting to build wealth. And if your intention is to build health, act to create health. So don't just say like, I want to achieve this specific body weight, or I want to, build muscle, or like I want to, run 10 kilometers or 50 kilometers. But then you actually also have to do the actions to create this intention. If your intention is relationships, act to build relationships. Go out to spaces, go on dates, use apps to actually make it happen. And the more specific your intention, the better. So what within your health, what within your relationships? Is it to be healthy, or is it to run 15 kilometers? That's a very specific intention, you see? Or like run a marathon even, if you want to go bigger. Or like an ultra marathon, if you want to go much bigger. And I'm just going to give you some examples of specific intentions I wrote that came to mind. Muscle activation is one. So like activating your muscles. It's a very specific intention. Adding value. So when you're creating something with the intention of adding value, that's a specific thing. Making money can be more specific, like 10,000 euros a month, $10,000 a month. Teaching knowledge. Creating from the heart, getting insight, relaxation, blood flow. Like you can make it as specific as you want. But you can see that there's different ways of doing it. So there's like 10,000 euros a month, 15 kilometer run. But there's also like blood flow, relaxation. These are a little bit more general, but they are still specific intentions. Cleaning your body, clearing your mind, developing your intellect, memorization, building an app, telling a story, organizing your schedule, releasing muscle tension. Like you can make it as creative as you want it, which is really a cool thing. But like really the more specific your intention, the better. And the purer your intention as well, the more powerful. So as we talked about before, there's the heart and the mind. The heart has the pure intention, the mind has the false intention. And the purer your intention, so the more aligned it is with what you truly want, the easier it's going to manifest, because you are going to like feel into it much easier. So There's also an important distinction. If you truly want to clear your mind, if you truly want to build an app, if you truly want to release your muscle tension, it's going to be a much easier for you to actually get it and do it. And also, the more specific and clear, the better. So really you want to listen to your feelings with this. If your feelings tell you like, man, I really feel like getting insight is what I want right now from this video. Or I really feel like teaching knowledge is what I want to achieve with this project. Or building an app is what I want to achieve. Then the more you truly want it, the more powerful your intention is going to be. If you don't actually want it, if it's like a false intention, but you write it down anyway, like millionaire, because other people want to do that too. Like if you don't truly want it, then it's not going to generate the necessary feelings, the necessary fuel for your intention. So it's important that something you actually want. It's important that you can put true feeling behind it. And then when you put action behind your chosen intention is when it manifests in reality. So like I said, if you just have a desire, if you just have a goal, it won't actually realize. But then when you start taking action on it, you start doing the work, reaching out, creating, writing, like going out, exercising, walking, coding, building, that's when it's realized. And the more you can do this with big and small goals, the better. So right now, just write out your intention for this video. Is it to gain insight, find your own intention, to listen, to orient, to get entertained, to get inspiration, to just listen to me talk? Just as like a thing. What do you think your intention for this video was? Because you obviously clicked on it for a reason, but now it's like, okay, why did you click on it? What was your intention with it? Was it just out of your curiosity? Was it to learn something? Was it because of reality transurfing? Was it because you heard about something before? And as an action step, to wrap it up, you want to write out one big intention. So working on your business, finding a partner, or working on your health. And I'm actually going to join you in saying that my big intention is to actually build wealth. And you can write out a bunch of things. I'm just going to give you some more examples. So for example, if you choose working on your business, you can say, my business is growing and expanding. Customers are always satisfied. My business fulfills me. I work on it with pleasure. Customers come easily to me. Everything works out. Or health. My body is a powerful stream of energy. Energy flows through me freely. I have clear consciousness. Feel free to also copy some of these words. It's better if it's like your own language, but you can also just take inspiration. Or wealth. I am wealthy. I make money effortlessly. Money comes to me. Everything is available to me. I love that line. Money gives freedom. I have everything I need. I really love this one. But just take note of which one resonates with you most, which one makes you feel the best, and write it down and then repeat it to yourself. Perhaps do it in the morning, in the evening, in the evening. Take some time to focus your attention on it. Or relationships. I found my soulmate. We spend time together and love each other. We have a great relationship. I give my partner unconditional love. Or intellect. I'm developing my intellect. I'm getting smarter and smarter every day. I am a genius. My intellect is getting sharper and sharper every day. I am intelligent. I have a powerful intellect. Which one resonates with you the most? Is it business? Is it health, wealth, relationships, intellect? Pick that, write it down, use your own words, repeat it to yourself, feel it, see it, live it, and you will create it. So in summary, use short phrases, use powerful, abundant language, focus on the feeling, and make it exciting. That's the most important thing. So, I hope you enjoyed today's video. We covered a lot of topics, mainly talking about intention and talking about what intention is. You now know what it is. You know why it's important. Or I think I don't really cover why it's important, but I mean, since you are pretty much creating intentions all of the time, big and small, and life is just one intention, it's one flow of intentions, it should be obvious why it's important. Then there's inner intention and outer intention. Inner intention is willpower, could only achieve so much. Outer intention, independent realization, achieves much more. So create your intention. You have seen some examples. We've talked about the heart and the mind and the pureness of your intention. We've talked about coordinating intention if something goes wrong. Then there's intention and action. Main thing for you is action. Pick an intention, write it down, become more conscious of your intentions in day-to-day life. Like, don't just scroll social media feeds, for God's sake, but actually have a clear intention behind your actions. So I hope that makes sense. Hope you enjoyed this video and looking forward to seeing you in the next video.